Hey gang, the moment has arrived. It's time for the Sockdome Q&A. Well, we got a good handful of questions from our loyal fans, and now we are going to answer them. Zeke, read the first question. The Patrick crew would like to know, it would be cool to see how Barry healed Zeke. Oh, yeah, that's white. We never really saw how that happened. Well, this calls for a reenactment of some sort. All white. Let's say we're in the sock dimension right here. Okay, sure. So the Sword of Damocles was about to come and get you. Sword of Damocles, I was like, I teleport in, I whoosh you out of the way, and you whoosh me out of the way. I go down, had the dramatic death scene, like that. The monsters use the power of the diamonds to power me up. I defeat Zane, and then what? Well, as the chosen one, Barry has the ability to perform miracles with or without the power of the 3 diamonds. So apparently he had a very strong connection with Zeke, allowing him to show love, appreciation, and friendship, which then in turn brought Zeke back to life. And then it was the power of Zeke's teleportation that allowed them to escape from the sock dimension. The Patrick crew had another question. Looks like this question's for you, Duke. What was with the young Barry at the end of Legend of the Sock Note? Was that a young Barry? Young Barry's body left over from the fight with Zane? Some other bird that looked like Barry? Or something else to lead into whatever's next? P.S. I love you, Zeke. Aww. I love you too, Patrick crew. Well, actually, Patrick crew, you nailed it on the head with one of those. That was the young Barry's body left over from the fight with Zane. It was. Zane, was able to bring forth a body that looked like young Barry.
Come on, Barry. Hit me with your best shot.
Then got the energy he needed to return to his true form, so he just left the body there completely lifeless. I'm assuming that Exorcist Seymour or Winston or somebody wanted to give that poor, lifeless, cute bird body a home, so they used some life energy magic to bring it to life in its own blank slate life force, and then sent it to Exorcist Seymour's lair to give it a good home.
Yeah! Young one, are you here to journey to Exorcist Seymour's temple? I can definitely use the guidance.
That's the fictional puppet world's answer. In reality, I had that young Barry puppet since 2007, but I wanted Barry's character to become a little more grown up and mature, so I found that old Barry, the new Barry puppet, the older body, the more mature Barry, but I wanted to give that young Barry puppet a good home, so I sent it over to David Carl, and he's turned it into Brandon the Bird, and he's given it a good home, and I'm very thankful to David Carl for that. Whippy. Next question. The next question's also for you, Duke. Lamango Kaijura. Where do you draw inspiration from? Like the Muppets, or Sesame Street, or even the Mongrels? You guys are awesome actors. Well, thank you, Lamango. Yes, I do draw inspiration from the Muppets and Sesame Street. I've been an enthusiast of the Muppets my entire life. So they are definitely key inspiration for me, at least the original inspiration for me, and then as I've done my puppet shows over the years, and my YouTube videos, I've started to draw inspiration from other sources and other forms of comedy like the Three Stooges, action flicks like Power Rangers and Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, the Matrix movies, things like that, you know? I'm on phone too, big fan of the DQPT. Question for Bernie. Bernie, this question's for you. She asks, what happened to the old Barry? Well, I'm pretty darn sure that question was already answered, but just for you, I'll answer it for you. So Barry went from a young bird body to an older bird body. the bad guy, the Socknote, used evil magic to give himself a cloned Barry body to use as an entity to get around. Do a little something like...
Thanks for letting me in so easily, Leo.
I brought him here. And when he regained his true form, the monster known as Zane, he just simply tossed away that body like trash. And somebody, whether or not it was Winston or Exorcist Seymour, somebody used life energy magic to bring that body to life again with some new, fresh, blank slate life force who is now being taken care of by Exorcist Seymour.
Follow me, I shall lead you there. I can definitely use the guidance.
So yeah, the old Barry is, you might say that bird body, that puppet, is now living with them. Thanks, Bernie. And on to our next question. It's from Anthro Crane. Okay, how hard is it to be a one-man show with that many characters, doing all the choreography, filming, scripting, editing, and everything else that goes into it? Not to mention finding the right characters for the jobs they're in. Yay for the DQPT. Anthro Crane, before I answer that question, I want to say I really appreciate your support. You are one of my most loyal fans as far as I'm concerned, and I thank you for your support. To answer your question, basically all the stuff I do, the puppets, character developing, the choreography, filming, scripting, and editing everything, well, to start out with, I pretty much just played around first with my computer software. I have been making YouTube videos ever since December of 2007, so I've been spending all that time with every new video I make. I'm sort of trying to experiment or do something new a little bit at a time, step by step, up until this epic Socknote saga that you guys seem to like. The puppet characters, I do have a lot of characters now, yes, but back in 2005 when I first started the puppet troupe, I only had like five of the puppets that I use now. And then I'd see another puppet in a store or on the internet, and if I saw them and I might get to use them a little bit, then maybe the cogs in my head would start turning a little more, and then I would want to add them to the act. So I'm still working with the guys I've had for a while, but then at the same time I'm playing with the new guys. So it's not too much to take in at once. Add my new characters a little bit at a time. And so they're all able to stay clear in my head because it's just easy, it comes naturally to me. It helps to have an acting degree from school too, because that allowed me to figure out clever, fun ways to build a character in some way for an acting stage show or whatever, but the same rules can apply to puppet theater, so it's cool like that. Raccoon are cute. Do you think there will be a sequel? If there is, can my fox puppet Polly be in it? And then a Milky Way Maggie asks, I agree with Raccoon are cute. I'd love to be in it too if you have a part for my puppets. I don't know. Zane's definitely vanquished, so unless the Socknote was a race of creatures from another planet that might come to seek revenge upon Zane, then...
Zeke, don't go giving David Carl any ideas.
Sorry.
No offense to the guy, but I'm just exhausted right now.
And on that note, I guess that ends the Socknote Q&A. Hold on a second, Barry. We got one last thing to do. Well, what's left, Burke? Well, your other cousins and I, we put together a little slideshow to pay tribute to the good that you've done so far in the puppet troupe. Really? It's right over there, watch it. Berg, that's nice of you. You're a wonderful puppet, Barry. We're happy to have you here. We're gonna miss the young you, but we're happy to have the new you. Thanks, brother. We're gonna keep on trying to bring enjoyment to our fans and subscribers, and we really appreciate everybody's support.
Will you stop shaking that tambourine?
My bad.